just got my hair cut and I can't tell if it looks good. I always go through the crisis over and over again of getting a fringe, and then I get it and then I love it the very first day, and then after that I just lose all hope in it because does it look good or do I look like Lord Farquaad? I can't tell. So if these look bad, just please don't tell me. Anyways, hello my beautiful friends, welcome to my channel. You're looking rather dapper today. In 2024, I set a goal to read 40 books. That was a pretty ambitious goal for me. But you know what? I am conquering. Because 2024 is not quite over yet and I still have time to finish. And I will finish before the end of the year, I am determined. But we will talk about that in another video. What this video is going to be about is my 2025 January TBR. Because in 2025, I have the goal to read 60 books. I thought, waiting till the last minute to finish 40 books in a year, I don't need to do that. I'll do 60 and make it even harder and even more impossible to accomplish. But that's okay because I will do it. I just need a bit more of a challenge, I think. I really want to take it serious this year. Even since sitting down and starting to make these videos and really like putting my attention and focus into reading, I can already tell the immense difference it's making in my mind and my well-being. Putting my screen down, putting screens away, and picking up a book has actually helped me focus so much. There are so many beneficial factors to reading, and I'm having such a good time with it. So I want to start reading even more and challenging myself even more because this is honestly the most healthy challenge I could think of. With that being said, I want to read 60 books in 2025. That means I have to read 5 books a month, which for some people, that's a ton. For some people, that's nothing. And for me, it's kind of a lot. Like, it's kind of a crazy feat because I pick up 5 books, hey, and I look at them and I said, that is what? A lot. That's like the size of my head. And that's a bit intimidating for me. But I think that I could do it, and I think that making these videos are holding me accountable to actually finishing the things that I'm starting. So I'm gonna continue to do it, and I'm gonna continue to believe that I can accomplish this. So I'd love to talk about the books that I am reading this January. One thing I also want to challenge myself to in 2025 is reading different genres. I've definitely last year decided that like a couple genres were my favorite and I didn't want to expand into anything else or give anything else a try. But I would really love to try new genres, new books, things that I never would have thought I would have read in the first place. So there's a few different kinds of genres in here and I'm really excited to give them all a try. So the first book that I'm going to be reading is Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. And it's such a popular book. Everybody knows what this book is, except for me, I think. It says, for years, rumors of the Marsh Girl have haunted Barkley Cove, a quiet town on the North Carolina coast. So in late 1969, when the handsome Chase Andrews is found dead, the locals immediately suspect Kaya Clark, the so-called Marsh Girl. But Kaya is not what they say. Sensitive and intelligent, she has survived for years alone in the marsh that she calls home, finding friends in gulls and lessons in the sand. Then, the time comes when she yearns to be loved. When 2 young men from town become intrigued by her wild beauty, Kaya opens herself to a new life, until the unthinkable happens. So, I feel like everybody's heard of this book, and I'm late to the game. But that's okay. I feel like all of my books are gonna be so like everybody's already read them, they're so like overdone, and I'm sorry I'm late to the game, but like I really want to read them. I don't really care. I do hate how intimidating this book feels, because like if you see the text on the page, it's actually so small. And I feel like that freaks me out, man. But I'm really excited. I picked this up. A lot of my books I pick up secondhand or like off Facebook Marketplace. And so they'll be really cheap and maybe not what everybody's reading right now, but that's okay with me. So I picked this one up at a secondhand shop and I'm super excited to give this a try. The second book that I'm going to be reading, well, I actually don't know what order I'll be reading these in, but the second book on my TBR is going to be Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I gave Emily Henry a try with Happy Place, and I will say it was a bit not what I usually read, so therefore I think I wasn't super invested in it and got a little bit bored with it. It was a little slow, not a lot happened, and I don't want that to deter me from reading more romance books or reading more of Emily Henry's books. So my husband and I went to Adelaide and we went to this cute little bookstore called Matilda's Bookshop, and look how cute this is. Okay, it's just a bookmark. Look how cute this is. It's a bookmark, Lexi. It's chill. We went in there and I saw this book and I was like, the cover is so cute. The covers are so fun, so cute, so, can you focus? They're so cute, so fun, and I was like, yeah, sure, I love it. But the description says, Nora is a cutthroat literary agent at the top of her game. Her whole life is books. Charlie's an editor with a gift for creating bestsellers, and he's Nora's work nemesis. Nora has been through enough breakups to know she's the one men date before finding their happily ever after. To prevent another dating dud, Nora's sister persuades her to swap her city desk for a month's holiday in Sunshine Falls. It's a small town straight out of a romance novel, but instead of meeting sexy lumberjacks and handsome doctors or cute bartenders, Nora keeps bumping into Charlie. It sounds fun. It sounds like a Hallmark movie. I love Hallmark movies, so like, I think I can get down with it. I think I can. And I'm excited to try it. I'm excited to give romance a go. I'm really like just dipping my toes into romance right now, but I'm ready to go like dive on in. Third on my TBR for January is actually a book that I picked up at another secondhand bookshop, and it's called Elsewhere by Dean Koontz. Honestly, I was just really drawn to the bright yellow. I was like, this is fun. Dean Koontz is obviously a really well-known thriller writer, so I picked it up. I was like, you know, we'll give it a shot. Can't go wrong. We'll try. So let me read you the description on what this book is about. It says, since his wife, Michelle, left 7 years ago, Jeffrey Coltrane has looked after his 11-year-old daughter, Amity, in Southern California. It's a quiet life until a local eccentric known as Spooky Ed shows up on their doorstep. Okay, Spooky Ed. Go off, queen. Love that name. Ed entrusts Jeffy with hiding a strange and dangerous object, something he calls the key to everything, and tells Jeffy that he must never use the device. But after a visit from a group of ominous men, Jeffy and Amity find themselves accidentally activating the key and discovering an extraordinary truth. The device allows them to jump between parallel planes, at once familiar and bizarre, wondrous and terrifying. And Jeffy and Amity can't help but wonder, could Michelle just be one click away? I just got goosebumps. But a man with a dark purpose is in pursuit, and unless Amity and Jeffy can outwit him, the place they call home may never be safe again. I love dark matter. So that's why, okay, now I remember why I picked it up. When I read the back, I was like, oh my gosh, it sounds like dark matter, parallel universes, finding loved one in another universe. Of course I want this. Like, of course I want to read this. So I'm actually really excited to read this. I got really excited just reading the description. So I'm really excited to see how this one goes. It definitely feels like it's gonna be like a mind-bending thriller. So I'm really excited. The next book that I have is actually me finishing a series, and that is the Caraval series. I want to read finale, and that is by Stephanie Garber. And I absolutely love the Caraval series. I have had such a good time reading it. It's like so magical and whimsical, and like the fantasy that I love. I love carnivals. They're like weird and quirky and fun. So this book has been, well, these books have been just such an enchanting time for me. So I'm really excited to read the end of the series and see how everything finishes up, because I've grown really attached to all of the characters, and I am really excited to see what happens. The Caraval series is basically, sorry, I didn't even describe what it was about. The Caraval series is basically about two sisters who are invited to a magical competition, and the winner is granted one wish. It's about their trials and tribulations going through this competition and unraveling the mystery behind it all. And it's so good, it's so good. I love it so much, and I am so excited to finish it. And then the last book on my January TBR is Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. I have seen this book so much everywhere, and I, again, am trying to dip my toes and dive on in to romance. So, with that being said, obviously I'm gonna have a little bit more romance in my TBRs these days. I am so excited to read this because I love a bit of a nerdy, like science-y, like romance. I feel like it adds a little bit of extra oomph for me, so I'm really excited to see how this goes. On the back, the description is, when a fake relationship between scientists meets the irresistible force of attraction, it throws one woman's carefully calculated theories on love into chaos. As a third-year PhD candidate, Olive Smith doesn't believe in lasting romantic relationships, but her best friend does. And that's what got her into this situation. Convincing An that Olive is on her way to a happily ever after was always going to be tough. Scientists require proof. So, like any self-respecting woman, Olive panics and kisses the first man she sees. That man is none other than Adam Carlson, a young hotshot professor, which is why Olive is positively floored when he agrees to keep her charade a secret and be her fake boyfriend. But when a big science conference goes haywire and Adam surprises her again, and his unyielding support and his unyielding abs, their little experiment feels dangerously close to combustion. Olive soon discovers that the only thing more complicated than a hypothesis on love is putting her own heart under the microscope. I do need to check the spice levels on both the romance books, I will say, because I try to skip all the spicy scenes, but I'd like to know beforehand where they are so I can skip them. But I'm really excited. It sounds really fun. It sounds like a cute time. Fake dating's really an interesting trope that I think is kind of funny. Well guys, that is the end of my projected TBR for January. It is a big goal for me to be reading this many books and this many pages, but I really want to push myself this year and grow a lot more. So I'm really excited to give it a try. Thank you for watching. If you have watched to the end, I really appreciate you. That's really awesome. Thank you for being here. Also, if you have any recommendations for me in literally any genre, I am so happy to take recommendations of people's like favorite books and stuff, because I want to figure out more books to read, because I feel like I'm getting to a standstill. I need to like maybe watch some more book recommendations on YouTube and get some ideas, because I'm getting scared. Also, I'm like getting close to reading all of my physical TBR, so I don't know what to do after that. I'm just gonna, I guess, visit the library and go to a bunch of secondhand bookshops, and definitely be scouring Facebook Marketplace, because I feel like there are so many good like cheap books on there, and people will usually sell them in like a big lot. So I'm like, yeah, I'll take all of them And then I get a bunch of books that I'm like, I have no idea what these books are, but I'll give it a go. I'll give it a try. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you have a blessed day, and I hope you have the best day. Bye, guys.